We just finished filming and we are actually on our way back. And guess what? All of a sudden, I received a call from a Japanese friend. He was telling me that, hey, you got to try this new product from Nissin Japan. And I actually asked him what it was. And I really got a shock upon hearing it. So I thought, you know what? Why not we film this? I know I said no video this week, but this was actually too shocking. So I actually went to several convenience stores to try and find it. And I actually found it. This is it. This is Fugu Instant Cup Ramen. Pufferfish Instant Cup Ramen. Yes, one of the world's most deadliest food ever. So you know what? Let's go back to the hotel and try this. And what could possibly be my final meal ever? Let's go. I decided to take a shower first because this may be my last meal, so I decided why not, let's do this comfortably. So yeah, there we have it. This is Nissin Japan's Fugu Instant Cup Ramen, as I showed you earlier. Now let's see what's this. Okay, from the box here, it seems like this is Nissin Japan Instant Cup Ramen Premium line. Alright, you see the Nissin Rao. This is their premium line here. Yuzu Kaoru, which means yuzu scent, right? So this is something that we can expect. Over here you can see Aburi Fugu flavor. So what we can expect over here is probably some form of a torch pufferfish flavor of the particular instant cup ramen. And over here, apparently the soup, right, is salt-based, dashi shio, right, dashi shio. And apparently this is a special salt that's being used from Ako City, right? They're using a yaki shio. Ako City is from Hyogo Prefecture, so this is a brand salt, right? Yaki shio. Okay, so this is the one that we are all waiting for. This is the Tokuse Fugu Abura, which actually means specially made fugu oil. So I guess this is the thing that we're going to add to the instant cup ramen before we cook it. And I guess this is the one that actually gives us the fugu flavor here, the aburi fugu flavor. Now, I also noticed one thing as I was looking at this particular instant cup ramen, and that is, interestingly enough, for most of Nissin's instant cup ramen, all you need is actually 3 minutes. But for this, you need 5 minutes. Look at this. So this is something special, and this particular Fugu Instant Cup Ramen is actually slightly more expensive as well, coming at 321 yen, which is 321 yen. You know, the usual regular ones are around 268 yen. So yeah, I guess premium line. Okay, let's not talk anymore. Let's open this. Unboxing time. Oh, look at that. Look at the box. Look at the box. Really well designed, isn't it? Very colorful. Open sesame, friends. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, look at this. There's actually a special print underneath the lid. Right? Yeah. So I guess this is the other premium flavors also. Pretty outstanding way to advertise. Interesting. Okay, let's have a look at how's it inside. Look at that. Oh, first thing I noticed is the noodles are really different from the usual Nissin instant cup ramen. The usual ones are a little more flat, but this one is actually more, squarish and more yellowish, right? So yeah, that's the difference. And I can see the meat, the iconic meat. So that one is the same. Maybe slightly bigger. Yeah. Oh, okay, one other difference. Look at the egg. For the usual Nissin instant cup ramen, the egg is those, yellowy cloud-like thing. But this one here, you can see the egg, it's more shredded. It feels like actual egg. more like actual egg in comparison to the usual, Nissin ones. So yeah, difference. And I can see some Welsh onions and so forth. Oh, I noticed a special instruction. Look at this. Look at the bottom here, the fine print here. Apparently, I'm supposed to pour hot water into this thing, close the lid, put this packet of Fugu oil on top, and leave it for 5 minutes. That's how you're supposed to prepare and cook this. And once you're done with the 5 minutes, only then you put in the Fugu oil. Yeah, because usually for Nissin instant cup ramen, you can actually put the flavoring inside already and pour the hot water in and cook. But this one's slightly special. I guess it is also a way to heat up the oil. I guess the only thing left now is cook. Let's go. Let's do this. Oh, the smell really, really very different from a usual Nissin kind of cup noodle. Smell it very pepperish. This is 5 minutes now. I'm gonna press start. Okay, and let's go. I'm gonna put the Fugu oil on the top. Now, for Fugu, it's a pretty interesting dish. As you all know, it's one of the most dangerous food on earth, right? It is said that once someone who is poisoned by the pufferfish, it actually goes in 4 stages of experience. The first one is the person would start to feel like the tongue would become numb and wouldn't feel anything from any taste whatsoever. And that's the first stage. The second stage, pretty interesting. The person would not be able to sit down, and also they will have breathing difficulties. The third stage is slightly interesting. The fingers they will not be able to move their fingers. And then the final stage, they'll start to be unconscious, and thereafter, yeah, you know what happens. So 4 interesting stages. In Japan especially, to be able to sell Fugu in a restaurant, you actually need special certification. And interestingly enough, if you get a certification for Fugu in Tokyo, you can only sell Fugu in a restaurant, Pufferfish in a restaurant in Tokyo only. You cannot do the same in Osaka. If you want to sell Fugu in a restaurant in Osaka, you have to take the Osaka certification as well. So it's prefecture specific for its Pufferfish certification. And not just that, there's several other requirements as well in order for you to get the Pufferfish certification, for you to serve a Pufferfish in a restaurant. I read interesting data as well, and that is in 2022, apparently there were 11 cases of people being poisoned by pufferfish, eating pufferfish, and 10 of them fortunately actually survived, and unfortunately there was one case that it wasn't so fortunate. So yeah, this is actually a real threat. But I guess it's pretty delicious. There are actually several dishes in Japan that Fugu is being used. You have your, the obvious ones like your sushi, your sashimis, some which you have not heard about. Pufferfish karaage, yeah. Fugu porridge, pufferfish porridge. And also, this one's really interesting, pufferfish nabe, which is your pufferfish hot pots and so forth. Apparently, according to Nissin Japan, I'm not too sure about this, but I heard that this is actually only being sold in Japan and nowhere else in the world. So, yeah. Oops. It's time. It's time. Oh, the oil is really warm. Oof. Oof. It's really warm. Pretty interesting concept here. So I'm going to lift this up. Oh, look at that. Magnificent, isn't it? Now it's time to put the Fugu oil in. Oof, let me drip. Oh, look at that. The oil is brownish color. Maybe because of the yuzu. Because they mentioned there is a yuzu scent to it. It's time. The Fugu oil is inside. Everything is ready. Okay, let's see. Let me tear open the lid. Oof. Oh, I can see. Look at this. Look at the egg here. Pretty interesting, isn't it? It's not like your usual Nissin cup noodle egg. You know, that cloud eggy thing? Yeah, this is more spread out. More like a real egg. Okay, let's see now. Oh, look at the... Oh my goodness. Look at this. This actually looked real good, you know, the ramen actually looked real decent actually. The looks of it, you know, because usually for instant cup ramen, it's actually a little more flat, a little more pale. But this one really looks like legit ramen, really good ramen here. Let me smell the smell. Oh, smell very seafoody actually. Got a clammy kind of taste. Clams as in asari, clams. Yeah, clammy kind of taste. Alright, itadakimasu. Stop. Test. Oh, I'm alive. I'm alive. Okay, let me record the time. 1 a.m. Japan Standard Time. Right, so this is no clickbait or whatever. So far I'm still alive, by the way. The taste is pretty interesting. Very clammy, very seafoody. More towards the, I would say, clam side. I didn't really taste any sort of like a prawn kind of seafood taste. So it's not exactly very sweet. The yuzu taste is very apparent. Oh, 正直、とても美味しいね。Truth to be told, very delicious. The yuzu taste actually is very strong, very apparent. Kind of gives the refreshing taste as I take a bite. And I really got to rave this ramen, you know, rave about this ramen. It is not your standard instant cup ramen from Nissin, right? The taste of this ramen over here, obviously it's premium, very premium-ish. Tastes really like a ramen. More towards the yellow noodle side, the taste. Very good, very good. Let's see the meat here. Also slightly more premium than the regular ones. What about the egg? Yeah, actually tastes a lot more like real egg here. I have not tried Fugu before. I have not tried Pufferfish before. So it's very difficult to say if this really tastes like actual Pufferfish. But very interesting taste. Yeah, I got the kind of, you know, squid ika kind of taste as well, a mix of it. And I can see they're trying to, from the flavor, they're trying to create umami as well. The umami taste, just very intricate kind of flavoring over here. Slightly pricey, but if you ask me, is it worth it? I'll say yes. The content is a lot more as well. For me, my favorite Nissin cup noodle, instant cup noodle is actually the original one, the red color one. Yeah, that's my favorite, my go-to every time. But this one, I might have to make this my second go-to. Yeah, the noodles perfect. Yeah, the ingredients as well. I guess maybe the only qualms about this is slightly lacking. You have like 2 or 3 meatballs inside. That's pretty little. And the egg as well, not as much, but definitely do taste a lot more like actual egg. The Welsh onions you have, yeah, but that's about it. You don't really have any other ingredient other than probably they are banging on the flavor of this soup here to carry this entire thing, which I personally think they actually were successful with this. If you ask me, out of 10, how much I would give, probably around about 7.5 to 8. Pretty delicious. Yep, I guess that's all from me.